Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Bella Souls with
Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. Dude, samurais are awesome.
Samurai are rad. And so, I brought the game Samurai.
I like it. I like
it
where
is,
you're going.
as you might expect, about samurai.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know, right? No, this is this is from Fantasy Flight. This is an area control game, sort of with a little bit of resource management stuff in there.
All right.
About, everybody takes on sort of the role of a clan of samurai, trying to, consolidate power in Japan in the 1300s. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Meiji era, or
yeah. sort of a cool historical theme, which I really like, and it's sort of a fun tactical, it's almost like a miniatures game in a lot of ways.
I'm looking at the back of the box there. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I really love samurais and all things about that era. So let's take a look inside. Samurai. All right, man. It's samurai time.
Samurai
from FFG.
Now, I mean, I love the cover of this. Your typical sort of samurai armor, but it's they got a really nice Japanese sort of landscape there.
Yes.
Very nice art, of course, on the cover. Your typical Fantasy Flight game. It's going to come with a lot of tokens, a lot of bits and pieces and baubles and gubbins. You can sort of get a sense of basically the description back here is, everybody plays sort of a clan of samurai trying to take control, with the shogunate of Japan.
Sure,
After, sort of...
It's feudal Japan.
Yeah, it's feudal Japan. The emperor is sort of, gone. He's not worth anything. It's 1336, it says. And the samurai clans are trying to take control, as they did in history. Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty awesome, and it's, like I said, it's sort of an area control type of game.
Yeah.
A little bit of resource management, so we can just pop it open and take a look.
It looks really cool.
Get this box open.
And this game's actually been out for a little while, right?
This game has been out for a little while, but, I just love bringing in Fantasy Flight games with lots of tokens over.
And it's really stiff. There we go. Okay. All right, real quick. Fantasy Flight,
advertisements. Rulebook. We'll go through that in a little bit.
You see that, actually.
I'll see that. Here. So these are your player screens right here. If I can sort of scooch one out. Each player has a color, basically, and a clan they take part in. You have your little game screen here with images of all your different tiles. Tiles are basically just your cards you play, essentially, with different powers and abilities. We'll go over that in a little bit.
Got tokens.
We do have tokens. Now, there's not as many tokens in this.
I don't know if I'm disappointed or surprised.
So you can see here, you have sheets of all the player tokens. There's 4 different colors of player. Yeah, it's purple, green, red, and gold. And then this here is basically one of the 5 board pieces to make the islands of Japan.
Sure, yeah.
And you can sort of see that on the back of the box. Actually, I'll flip this over.
Yeah.
You can see it's sort of made of different
grids. They're gonna go.
And these are actually, you can actually, this is how you want the full island of Japan for a 5-player or 4-player game. But you can actually reduce it in size for a 3- and a 2-player game.
Oh, okay.
So they link together in different ways. Yeah, it's a little modular.
Okay.
And then you have this bag of black shapeless forms, which are actually basically tokens for control, essentially, of the island. So this little statue of Buddha represents sort of religious control.
Okay.
This pagoda is sort of military control.
Yeah, castle thing, yeah.
And then your rice field is sort of commercial control.
Okay.
So different ways to sort of gain control over Japan. And what you'll do, basically we can go through the rulebook in a little bit and describe it.
Well, that's pretty much it for the inside of the box,
That's pretty much it for components.
Yeah.
You get
and that's
these
just a bigger
these are
punch
basically
out.
just some victory tokens.
Okay.
It's a lot of punch out stuff. Essentially, the way the game plays, I mean, you basically just have the island of Japan, and you have those control tokens on different settlements. So, Edo or whatever will have one of each, whereas a small village on the coast might just have, a rice token.
Okay.
And you place your hexes around each settlement, trying to control the area around it. Whoever has the most influence, which is represented by numbers, gets control of that token and takes it into their pile.
Because if you look here, you've got a 4 for the castle, a 2 for castle. I'm assuming there's going to be a 3 and a 1.
Yeah. So say you're in this city right here. there's a there's two tokens of there's a religion and a military token there. If I play this military 4 right here, I have 4 influence on that settlement.
Okay.
But if this were a military token, I have 4 influence on that settlement as well. So
okay,
it's sort of it reminds me a little bit of Hive in a way, a little bit of area control, trying to outmaneuver your opponents. There's ship tokens where you can control the seas.
Awesome.
And then there's right here. There's also Ronin and Samurai tokens, which are sort of wild cards and can affect anything. So
okay,
it's really interesting. It's actually very simple.
So this is more of a tile placement. Yeah. With the
it's a lot of area control.
Yeah.
Little tile management, little strategic thinking. It's very interesting that way. We can take a look at the rule book.
Yeah. I'll just slide this on over.
Yeah. Whoop. Samurai. So you get your introduction here, basically a little historical context.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're in the 1300s. The shogun is about to take over the island of Japan. Again, really happened in history, so you can always research it.
Shogunate.
If it interests you, you can always research it.
It's actually pretty interesting stuff.
It actually really is.
It's driving me crazy right now because I can't remember the name of the era exactly, and I know it. It starts with an S, but it's driving me nuts. Well, anyway, it's not in there. That's what I was checking.
That's what you're looking for?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I can't remember.
It is a really interesting period of history, which I really enjoy that the game actually. Yeah. Games that actually take place in sort of a little bit of educational are always interesting.
It's just, it makes it more real or it's more engaging, I think. But this is like you were saying, there's 5 game board pieces.
Builds the islands of Japan, basically. Yep.
There's 13 of each of the 3, making 39 plastic cast pieces.
Everybody has their tiles, basically. So, this is your player tokens, your screen, and your leader tokens. Basically, at the end of the game, if you control the most of a certain cast, so if I have the most Buddha tokens, I control the religious part of Japan.
Gotcha.
I get the Buddha leader token.
Okay.
And whoever has the most leader tokens wins. So you're trying to basically control the different aspects of the government and of the society. So, I mean, that's basically the breakdown. Again, it's very simple.
So the basic to win the game, it's the person that has the most leader tokens.
Yeah, the person who can sort of outmaneuver their opponents best.
So when does the game end then?
The game ends essentially when every token has been pulled off the board.
Okay.
So once Japan has been consolidated and all the power is split among whoever, which again kind of happened in real life, all the different provinces and shogunates, split the islands into tons of pieces. The game ends and whoever has the most is the winner.
Okay.
So like I said, you can sort of construct it for different play styles, bigger board for more people. It gives you a little setup and stuff like that. Your cast pieces are, again, the tokens you're trying to control, and the different types that correlate to them and their leadership value. So yeah, again, a lot of it is just area control and sort of out-predicting your opponents. They actually have a guide of play on the last page. Yeah, so you can see here that the green player plays a 3 Buddha token here, which means they take that, as opposed to the red player who had a 2 Ronin there.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's again pretty simple. Leadership, influence.
And there's ways to move tiles around, obviously.
Yeah, there's different special rules. You can swap things. You can move other people's things or move your own things. Pretty interesting. It's a very nice little simple game, and
it seems neat. It seems like, again, there's a lot of strategy in there because you don't have an infinite supply of 4 tiles.
Yeah. You gotta decide where you're gonna put your influence and where it's better spent elsewhere. And again, it's also because they have ship tokens. Most of the tokens are land based, but you can sort of sneak in with a ship token and snatch out a cast icon from somebody who may have thought they had it.
Okay.
So it's very interesting, and it plays really fast. It's like 30 minutes, I think it says on the box. So get in a quick game during lunch.
Yeah. I can see that, especially if you know what you're doing. You could have some fast play.
Oh yeah.
So, and then
definitely
there's a quick scoring example.
Definitely a nice little simple game, and it's very pretty once you get it on the board. It's really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it already looks really nice.
It's always important to me. I think it's a nice looking game. So.
Oh yeah. There's only 8 pages of rules.
Very simple.
And you guys just saw them. It's not super complicated.
Yeah.
So.
Very simple little game. Very enjoyable.
I want to give it a shot.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
I love samurais, and this seems really cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop out for a really quick recap. So that was Samurai from Fantasy Flight Games. And it just hit me, it's the Sengoku period.
There you go.
So it was actually the tail end of the Ashikage thing.
You totally didn't go look that up between cuts.
I did look it up because it was driving me crazy. So the first part of the period from 1336 to 1400-ish was... Anyway, go look it up. It's actually pretty interesting.
If you're interested in Japanese history, go check it out and play Samurai.
Sengoku was the name. That was driving. Samurai, very fun thing.
Yeah, very simple. Like I said, very light. area control game. It's from Fantasy Flight, obviously.
Plays quick.
It does play pretty quick. It mentions on the back it's 14 and up.
Okay.
You could probably play younger. It's not too hard to understand.
It's not like there's blood or gore either.
Yeah,
so.
it takes between half an hour to an hour, and 2 to 4 players. Again, with the modular board. So.
Yeah. So that sounds like a really quick.
It'll run you $50, and you can get that in probably on a lunch break.
And
nice and simple.
Again, like you said earlier, it's been out for a little while, so definitely
readily available at finer retailers near you.
There you go. Well, I'm AdamHarry from Bell Souls.
I'm Michael from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching.
Tabletop Spotlight brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.